Hello students, this is your instructor John Mendiola here again with another screencast. This will be screencast number 5. And again, if you have any ideas, things you want to see, let me know. I'll crank it out to you. We only got 5 minutes. I've already wasted 12 seconds, so here we go. What we're going to do here, I have this nice picture of a field. I'm using Photoshop CS3. If you have Photoshop CS4, almost all this will be exactly the same. What we're going to do, we're going to change the colors on it. We're going to use some image adjustments and get really funky with it. So I'm going to spend a lot of time at the image menu, adjustments, and all these options here. If you have CS4, you have an adjustments panel. I still like using the menu options. So I'm going to go to hue and saturation. That's the big daddy of them all. I click on that. See here, I can adjust the hue. This is like playing with the color dials in your old TV sets. Notice how just sliding the hues this way and that way really changes the colors of things. It really screws it up. So that's the hue. Maybe I'll leave it like that. Saturation. Look how saturated this gets. Those greens become so bright. They actually, like our neon, the sky is so saturated it just blocks out in pixels. Desaturating it all the way gives it a grayscale look. So if you want to do that, there's a quick and easy way to do that. Another thing, of course, lightness. The lighter you make it, the closer it gets to black. The brighter you make it, the closer it gets to white. You can slide this around. I usually like to do a little bit less light, a little bit more saturation, and just the hue. I'm going to go with this kind of look right there. And click OK. Now notice everything changed. So the grass is now red, the sky is kind of this aqua color, everything like that. What if I want to change just this color now? I just want to change the aqua of the sky here. What I'm going to do is image adjustments, go right back into hue and saturation. And up here it says edit master. That means you're editing everything. I want to edit just a little bit. I'm going to go to my cyans, which is like a light blue color. I'm going to change the hue on that. Watch the sky change and not much else will change. Now the sky's becoming like a reddish purpley color. I'm going to go all the way the other way. My sky is going to be right about there. It's kind of a golden color, kind of ominous. I'm going to saturate the heck out of it. I like those cool pixel effects that are going on in the background. I'm going to make it just a little bit lighter. Click OK. No, not yet. I'm going to try doing something else. I got some interesting magenta colors. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make these a lot darker. Make them really saturated and change the hue on them so they don't even look magenta anymore. This one's a little more subtle, that's okay. Click OK, and there we go. So we just adjusted some colors here. Now I can get really crazy as well. I'm going to go image adjustments. I'm going to go to let's go to color balance. This is really similar. Watch how I have cyan, magenta, yellow like CMYK inks and RGB, red, green, blue. Notice if I want more red, I'm going to have less cyan. The whole composition just gets really, look at that grass, it's like blood red now. If I want more green though, crank it right back up there. Now it's kind of green grass and an orangey bottom. And if I want more yellow, everything's in a nice gold color overlay. Of course I don't have to go all the way to the edge, I'm just showing this to you so you can get a better idea. Go to the highlights, we want to adjust just the highlights. I want to go to really yellow. Look at this, look at the sky, get really, really bright yellow. Almost so yellow that it's almost solid yellow. Right there is really nice. I'm going to add a touch of green to that. And a bunch of red. Now look at that. That's starting to really take shape, starting to really be funky. Something I could do with to spend a lot of time with enjoying. Back in image, adjustments. Now I'm going to go to curves. Curves gets really crazy. Curves are used to adjust your colors. Again, I'm going to be adjusting. I can adjust all the RGB channels or I can adjust just one of them. Right now I'm going to go with just red. See what happens. And what I'm going to be doing is adjusting this diagonal line right here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to bring this like this. Like this. There's, in theory, no limit to how many of these points you can make. And watch how the colors really start getting crazy like that. Like this. That looks awesome right there. I love that kind of look. It's kind of a punk rock farm look. Click OK on that. And now I just need to adjust some highlights and shadows overall. I'm going to go to image adjustments, levels. Levels are almost the opposite of curves. So I got that set up. I want more things to go be darker, so I'm dragging the black to cover more of the tones of the image. I want more things to be brighter. And I'm going to err on the side of more things to be dark. That is really, really rich. And I really like this. If it's too dark, I can go to the output levels and change it. So now the darkest spots in the whole picture are going to get gray. I'm going to leave those at black. Click OK. And there we go. Now you've got a really nice punk rock farm you can play with. Some pretty awesome things. Screencast number 5. Thank you, students. Love you all. Goodbye.